Hello everyone, it's AC here with another video. Today we are fighting against Jax in the top lane. So, for this matchup, Gangplank needs to correctly place the barrels in such a way that Jax can jump on you. Alright? Jax can only kill you if he jumps and destroys the barrel. If you do not use your barrels correctly, you simply die. Jax will stat check you, especially in the early game, and actually not, especially in the late game. He just jumps on you, ignores all of your damage, almost, because he can dodge the auto attacks if the passive resets, and he just kills you right there. So, for you to win this matchup, you need to do that in the early game, not let him kill you more than 2 times, because after that it's basically over unless he ints very hard. For example, here he dealt almost half my HP in damage with a single rotation. This is a recording I did, I think yesterday, in a Masters game in the Brazilian server. So you can see that even Master players, when playing Jax against Gangplank, they're gonna have a hard time if you know how to correctly place the barrels, alright? Because they still take damage if the barrel explodes. Of course, they take reduced damage if they are using the dodge, but even like that, it's not a big of deal. Your objective here, also if he doesn't jump on you, is to use the barrels to poke him down and at least get some resources with first strike, right? This matchup you can go first strike because it's not a matchup that you are usually gonna lose. So it's a relatively easy matchup for Gangplank because you have the barrel. Here Lee Sin is fighting against Zac and Jax with passive, right? Zac has passive, so it's not really good. And I also think I'm gonna get ganked really soon in the clip, in the video. Yeah, I get ganked, but I know that I'm not gonna die. They don't have enough damage to just one-shot me and stun lock me. I know he's gonna try again, but I have flash. And Lee Sin is waiting there, so I know what they are trying to do. I try to poke Jax down so they can't not dive me. But I think that even then, I don't know if they die. I'm gonna have to see what I do next, right? The early game is gonna be like that, so you need to be really aware. That's it. So let's just see what happens now, just for me to remember what happened, what can be done in this situation. Because I still think, yeah, Zac was still in the bush and then I died. I forgot that Jax had passive, so he doesn't die there, right? He even flashes to not take it, the last turret shot and lives, so he doesn't have passive now, and he doesn't have the flash. Okay, but I have TP, so I don't lose anything. Jax is kinda fucked now because the wave is on my side and it's pushing to me. I have 4 minions to hold the wave there, so now I'm gonna have a lead in gold and experience, just because Zac insisted on ganking me, even knowing I have TP, to not lose the wave and hold the wave there. Because Jax could not contest it, because he didn't have enough health to fight me, right? Otherwise he would die and I would still have the freeze up. Now he would try to contest the freeze, if not mistaken. Because if he doesn't contest, then, well, it's basically game over for him, right? I'm going to outscale him with the gold generation, and of course Gangplank has a better damage late game, better team fights than Jax. Yeah, he tries to contest it. Oh, he tried to contest it because the jungler was there. They kind of broke the freeze, but I still have some minions on my side, so it's gonna slow push to Jax now. Let's see what happens. Okay, now Jax is all... Again, he's kind of fucked because I have an advantage here, right? He got 6 now, so he can try to all in, but he's too close to my turret, so if he tries to do anything I can just orange and run to the turret and he's not gonna kill me. Now I'm gonna slow push, try to create a big wave so he can, in a way such that he can't fight me in that big wave, otherwise he's just gonna die because the minion wave damage is gonna help me a lot. So let me see, okay, we are just pushing now, slow pushing. Okay, this is actually really good. With this wave, Jack's gonna be stuck at the tower for some time, and I have time to recall and spend these 1000 gold. Also, some details that you have to know. If you have a barrel up, or if you know that Jax is not gonna jump on you because he's afraid, or like he demonstrated on the start of the game, he's only engaging with you with the help of the jungler. You can use your barrels not to defend yourself, but aggressively. Here I got a kill, a lucky kill on the enemy Azrael, which was really good, right? Actually, to be really honest, I KS'd the Azrael, okay? It was supposed to be, I think, the support kill, but kills on supports aren't really that valuable, so I decided to take it. Alright? You don't really need ultimate to kill Jax unless he's relatively ahead. Here he misses the barrel again, takes 2 kills and 1 barrel of damage, and now he can't fight me anymore. Unless he goes base. Or if Jax is close by. I noticed that wave is pushing into me. There is a slight danger of Jax and Zac ganking me here. I'm gonna try to freeze again to prevent Jax from getting more XP and more gold. Again, he cannot really fight me with low health, low HP, because Jax's strategy is to go for short burst trades and out-sustain Gangplank or out-damage him slowly until Gangplank cannot fight anymore. So the one that gets the poke earlier wins usually this matchup, right? And of course his GP favorite. Jax misses the W on the barrel, I bait his dodge, and I don't take damage. He can try to contest, again I start killing him. Jax can use the dodge to preemptively dodge your kill before jumping so that you don't do any damage with your kill and you waste your kill and you're gonna have a lower DPS, right? Here I noticed that Lee Sin kills the Jax. Jax is now turbo fucked because, well, he's gonna lose, I think, 2 waves of minions and XP here, and I get plates. I think I get 3 plates here. 3 plates. And if you notice, the runes that I'm using this game are for CDR, right, for cooldown reduction. That's because Gangplank was recently nerfed, as you guys know, and the cooldown on the barrels is way too long now, right? It's 18 seconds for all the duration of the game, the base duration, right? So now you must build some CDR to return the barrels to what they used to be before the nerfs. I also like the CDR because you're not only the barrels get faster recharge time, but you also get faster kill for farming if you don't want to use the barrels for farming, so you save some barrels for later. I tried to kill Azrael again here, but I don't have that much luck, right? He manages to notice the damage and E away, or it wasn't enough, right? I think it was what, 10 damage off? It was 10 damage off, it's not much. Here, because of the CDR, you can keep spamming barrels and Jax can't get close to you, right? He could have jumped on me already, yeah. He jumped, get some damage, but I get some damage back. Because if he uses the parry there, he doesn't take a kill, but now he's useless for some time. Right, because he can only jump on you if he has the parry. Because otherwise he can dodge the passive, right? And the passive does the most damage against Jax because of the high armor and magic resist he has on his ultimate, right? It's not that complicated to know. I thought about doing this video because currently I was doing only the clips, so I think an explanatory video like this would be much better for you guys to learn more about Gangplank and the matchups, right? I think would be much better content and much more useful content for you. Okay, here I have the wave almost froze under my tower. Unfortunately, the minions died too quickly, and I think now it's low pushing to Jax. And you think, oh, but you are level 10 already, why are you freezing still in this stage of the game? Because it's better against Jax to freeze than to push. It's better to always have the wave, also against, well, Zac, that has, yeah, that's the reason. I flash again because I don't want to take any risks here. Zac is only losing time being top lane. I'm just gonna push this wave. Jax cannot freeze the wave because there's only 3 minions left. So we're just gonna wait here. I don't have TP, but that doesn't really matter. I want to complete the full stacks. Jax is shoving the wave, so I know that Zac probably isn't top, right? They could still be. I do some damage to get first strike proc. The cool thing about first strike is that even if you are behind and you're dealing some damage, not killing your enemy, you're still gonna get something out of it. And even if the enemy is really behind you or stomping the lane, you're still gonna get a ton of gold for dealing damage to him. Right, so that's why it's one of the best runes for Gangplank. At least in matchups that you know that you can easily win. And well, just keep farming, using your passive to your advantage, because Gangplank's passive on your Q is extremely powerful. It's the most powerful gold generating ability in the game, right? So you need to use it correctly, farm well, and farm well with your barrels. I guess in this game I got I am with a creep score of about 8 to 9 CS per minute, which is the ideal, one of the ideal scenarios. The perfect scenario is when you have 10 CS per minute, but that's kinda rare. It's just when the enemy laner abandons the lane, which is not really common, right? And well, this game, because our team is relatively winning, what do we want to do? It's not carry the game, but help our team carry the game for us, right? I know that you guys probably watch Solarbuck, right? Solarbuck, the NAGP man, and he tells, oh, you need to carry the game, you need to do this and that. Sometimes the best option you have is just helping your team carry the game. You don't need to carry everything by yourself. That's only for the case when your team is completely useless, right? Then you need to do something about it. But here in this game, I just thought, no, I'm gonna build damage, slowly outscale Jax, and try to deal a decent amount of damage in the team fights. That's what I'm going to do. Here Pantheon is looking for an angle, but I just shut him down with a barrel slow. And I think now I just go back to base, spend the gold to buy Navori. With Essence Fever, CDR boots and Navori, you have pretty much all the CDR in the world. Everything you do is gonna be really fast, you're gonna spam barrels and kills and oranges all the time. Here our team just wins the fight again. Jax is too far behind to do anything, which was because we froze everything at the start of the game. Lee Sin solos Pantheon, and we guarantee the dragon too. Overall, it was a really good game for us, right? As you can see. Okay, here we get the dragon, and next it would be good to get also the upper objective too. Because I'm quite strong right now, it doesn't seem so because of the amount of kills I have, but the amount of gold you get from kill actually hides how powerful you actually are. I have 2 items and boots already, while Jax I think just has components, not even a full item. It can really make you really far ahead if you farm correctly for Gangplank. Here I use R to help Lee Sin land the kill and kill the Lux. Next is Azrael. I don't need to do anything, I just want an assist, so I kill him once. Also, for those who don't know, we are currently sitting in, well, Masters, 20 LP if I'm not mistaken, 23 LP. I recently reached Masters, I think, last week or so. So here they start the team fight. I barrel Lux and Pantheon to slow their advances. Playing really slow. Pantheon tries to engage, but I barrel him and then he dies. He didn't have the shield. Azrael, I think he's gonna try to kill the ADC, but I block the kill and barrel backwards too. Also, if you don't know, barreling with an auto attack is faster than barreling with your Q, because Q has the cast time. Here Jax and Azrael overstays, and we basically kill them really easily. Phantom barrel forward, so Jax cannot go forward, and then Ari can finish him off. Alright, so continuing, I rushed here really quickly LDR, and now like basically Jax and Zac will take a bunch of damage if they try to approach me. I can solo kill them pretty easily now with 3 items. But I see why you couldn't solo them before. You could, but it wouldn't be much harder, right? Because LDR can give you up to 25 bonus damage, and that also applies to your passive, which is true damage, so it's really freaking broken against tanks. I noticed that Zac is positioning in a weird way, so I think he walked to Fog of War to surprise me with a jump, right? And try to surprise me and kill me later. So I just try to ward there, see if there is no one. Notice the enemy team's pathing upwards, so I try to take the turret. You don't need anything other than your passive to kill turrets. It's a lot of true damage. Basically, after 2 items, I think Navori, you just melt turrets. Here the enemy team kind of forgets that I'm pushing the wave. Zax tried to contest, I think someone is going to reach me, and I flash, just to be safe. I noticed Zac positioning out of vision to jump on me, and I run away. That's it. Game is looking really good. Remember to always analyze your past mistakes, the clips, or actually record your games and try to see what mistakes you made. That's how you improve. And here what I'm doing with you guys is trying to see what were the mistakes that I made, right? And try to improve on that, while also teaching you guys what I should have done. That's it. Thank you very much, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye.